Hey, guess what, guys? Guess what? I've been talking this entire time. I've been talking to Dave. I've been saying, hey, it's Dave. Hey, it's Trina. What's going on? And I forgot, and this is why I never schedule streams. You have to hit the go live button. Ugh. That's super annoying. I'm sorry. I thought I was live for like the last 4 minutes or so. Oopsie daisy. So we have Dave and we have Trina, who have been waiting patiently this entire time. I mean, I know it's there for your own good, but really, it's irritating the fact that it's like, I'm sitting at the dashboard, I've hit the go live button in OBS, for the love of, just, oh my goodness gracious. So, what I was saying, I go and get the keyboard over here. So I was saying is, remember, like, the stream the other day ago, how we got everything all set up on the shuttle, and we thought it was all good and such? Well, I decided that wasn't good enough, and I really wanted to put an SSD in here because it's got SATA, I might as well, and the hard drive was getting a little bit pokey, even though I have the hard drive here, obviously not on video, and it's a old but gold Hitachi 7200 RPM drive. This shouldn't be slow, but for some reason it is. So now we have a 256 gig SSD in there, but I was trying to back up the original install I made because it would have been awesome to do, but at the end of the day, it was going so slow doing the backup that I figured, you know what, I could have reinstalled XP and everything like 10 times over by this point. So I did. Plus, the backup didn't work anyway, so I was kind of like done at that point. I'm like, I don't want to deal with this thing anymore. I just want to get the system up and running. So, I'm going to look something up real quick. They're away. Winamp. No, 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 no.
There was a
Nope. Whoop. Why does everything have to be a video tutorial? Ugh. I hate it. Oh, no, there it isn't. Okay, so modify from the drop down. Hmm. Okay, well, I'll have to mess with this later because it seems involved. Because I wanted to just have I'll just mute my amp, I guess, because that's probably gonna be the way to go here. So boop. There we go. Once again, you guys get serenaded by gut bombs, so we don't have dead air. So yeah, we're gonna pretty much do this all over again, but this time we're gonna be having less wandering around because I kind of know what games are gonna run on here and what isn't. So yeah, I've also in the background on this video or this stream. But in the background, I have already run Legacy Update and got it fully up to date, well, at least as far as I want it to go. So, one of those things is rejecting the garbage that is Windows Media Player 10 or 11. Now we have good old Windows Media Player 9. Are different colors. There we go. I want purple. Okay. I am so unprepared this morning. I'm gonna grab my iPad. Open YouTube. Go to my channel. All right, because this is YouTube, or this is iOS YouTube. That's garbage. I can't just see my chat. I have to watch the video too. Okay, anyway. Guess let's knock out the easy ones, why don't we? So what's really cool is we were going through and well, I want to say yesterday's stream, but it was 2 days ago. What happened in the previous stream is I found out that you can just grab installers for retro games from GOG that you own, and the installers work all the way back to Windows XP. So if you're setting up a XP retro rig, they just work. You don't have to go through any weird hoops to get it to work. I'm also getting my Surface hooked up to see if it has any power left on it and use that as my chat monitoring tool. Why is my Surface being so dumb? So my Surface is like, your organization requires that you change your password. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Buddy, I am the organization. Get out of my bathroom, gut bomb. My Surface is big mad at me because everything is out of date. And it's like, no, 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 no. You need to update, blah, blah, blah. Let me into my account, you absolute donut. I really hate technology these days. I am turning into a Luddite. Oh my goodness gracious. Why is this thing sucking suddenly? YouTube, it is not that serious. I haven't even started the install. Come on, man. What happens when I just hit the button without preparation? There we go. Alright, we are good to go. Yeah, if you're running a Windows 10 LTSC on anything, be sure to pop into, like, user management, because, by default, I guess it has password expiration. So what is going on? We are installing games onto the Windows XP machine. And why we're installing games is because this is one of the systems that's going to be on my table at VCF West this year. And the lineup for West is going to be Windows 98, Windows XP, and I'm liable to get shot for saying this, but Windows Vista. Really, installing all these games, though, is maybe kind of pointless. I mean, this is for me, if we're honest here. The reason I say that is because if this VCF goes like the previous ones, oh, I didn't mean to do that, but whatever, it's okay. We know this runs. I've done it before. So, why I say this might be pointless is because, the last couple of VCFs, we get visited by these kids, and all they want to do is play Quake 3. And, you know what? I'm not mad about it, to be honest, because it's like, hey, they're playing good games. They're not playing Fortnite. I'm also waiting for someone at VCF to be like, that's not retro. Like, do I look, does this face look like I care? Because unfortunately, you ask everybody, they have a different definition of when retro or vintage is. And to be honest, I don't care, really. Alright, let's begin. So what's weird is I have two Unreal Tournament 99s. I think I'm gonna just go with this one. I did a massive reorganization of like my retro software folder. Because I found that keeping games in like separate like directories was not very good, because a lot of my games are actually like dual or hybrid CDs, so they work on both Mac and Windows. So I'd frequently find myself wandering into the Mac section to grab something for my Windows machines. And now I'm like having to also remember everything and actually have to reorganize stuff, because now I have like multiple copies of Quake 3. So how is everybody doing this fine morning? And by fine, I mean the world might be on fire, but I'm trying to make the best of it at this point. Though I believe I have the update files already on here. Sweet. That's good to hear. Also, some talking, I guess. I don't know if I mentioned this last stream. I don't think this happened last stream. But, or this had happened by last stream, but, yeah, my Marchintosh plans kind of got royally derailed. Because I had a video all ready to go for the most part. Got through editing it. It's sitting on my MacBook's desktop as we speak. I just need to, like, watch it. But the problem is the premise of the whole video is kind of out the window at this point. So I can't even really release it because, as you guys might know, I spent, like, a couple streams ago, like, trying to get the Cube up and running to where it didn't have the overheating problem with the new CPU. And I got it working, but I wanted to do it right. So I got to all that stuff, and I went through a friend of mine who's kind of been in the Cube sauce, so to speak, for longer than I have, offered to reach out to a certain person for me on my behalf because he only really participated on certain forums that I really will not go on to at the moment because things are just weird over there. So, offered to reach out for me, and I thought everything was going to go pretty damn well. But as it turns out, communication kind of broke down at the last minute, and from what I understand, because my friend, while he has participated on that forum more than I have by a long shot, I guess, quote-unquote, did not participate enough, and so this certain person, the verbiage I got off of it was not very interested in helping out because neither of us were active on the forum, so I'm not going to be mad at him over that because I do realize it's one of those things where it's like, it's kind of like how I say I will help people flash SATA cards. I don't intend for that to ever be a service that I offer as a, like, to anybody. It's things I will offer to friends and friends of friends who do not have the skills to do it themselves. But if some random person came up to me and was like, hey, yo, can you flash the SATA card for me? I'd probably be like, I don't know, man. So I'm kind of irritated that plans didn't work out. I'm not irritated at the person responsible for declining to do the service. What I will say what I am mad about is I think there was a communication issue between him and my friend where it's like, he didn't want to just sell me the part. He wanted me to send my CPU card in for him to service it. Which is like, I don't really need that, really. I just need the part. I can make it work myself if need be. But, yeah. I tore my cube apart for nothing, basically. My cube is sitting in a pile of parts in the garage at the moment because I'm not putting it back together until I get everything done. And thankfully, I know somebody who is able to reproduce the part I need. It's just going to be a minute. And I think I forgot to grab the update files because I am expert at this. Or no, never mind, there they are. What CD-ROM are you in? What? I will say though, there is good news. I am getting an aftermarket chassis for the Cube. That's kind of cool. I didn't think I'd ever get one because they are kind of rare. But I know somebody who has an extra one and brokered a trade for it. So that's pretty awesome. Let's make sure these all run. I'm sure they do, but the minute I just make an assumption, it will not work. Those graphics look a little bit crunchy. Okay. Ooh, that's loud. Where's the... Give me the ammo, but don't give me the weapon. That's wonderful. Oh, holy dicks. Yeah, I mean, it sucks because, I mean... on one hand, it sucks. On the other, it gave me motivation to get the shuttle all fixed up. I can't be too mad about it, I guess. Wow. Anyway. Not here to play games. Well, maybe I am, but not right now. Not this moment. Francois! Good to see you. So we don't need this anymore. All right. Still mounted. Oopsie daisy. Uh... I'm not sure why on Direct 3D this game takes an eternity and a half to, like, change resolution or color depth. Really weird. I like this on my 98 box, too. For the days of a unified mouse look. And before the days of WASD.
Die, bitch.
I mean, it works. I'm not getting sucked into this right now. And yeah, the music's still playing as a bug. I'm not sure why. Quake 3? Quake 3? Is this the case where the Mac version is actually... Alright. I think that's a Mac ISO then. Neat. Yeah, this one mounts. I'm gonna go take note of that before I forget. Okay. No, Quake kind of reminds me. I really do wish that, no, we do not need to restart. I really do wish that, Epic would do with Unreal Tournament as it has done with Quake 3. And that is kind of like just throw it out there because you can't buy Unreal Tournament anymore, as far as I know. Alright, so Quake 1 is a Mac version. We are not going to run full tilt setup because full tilt will think this system does not meet the requirements. So what we do is we just grab the folder off the disk and bring it over. Just like we did before. What's the G3? What G3? Do you have a beige? Is it beige G3? I can't remember. Or the blue and white. Beige desktop. I am so sorry. I wonder if this is gonna run. Oh, that looks crunchy. I mean, there's no sound, unfortunately. I don't think this is gonna run super well on here. I'll leave it for giggles, though. It takes up, like, no space. Um... Macintosh Garden, your search sucks. But why? Why are you on Macintosh Garden? Because... this. And I don't think my Steam copy gives you a key that you can use. Also, it is 100% in my eyes okay to pirate Unreal Tournament because, again, Epic does not sell it anymore. They will not sell you a copy. Which just blows my mind. Like, they could have just left it up on Steam. And ugh. They just left it up on Steam. People would have bought it. I bought my copy. It's just like, they were so mad. They were so ridiculously mad at Steam for existing that, like, they pulled all their software and then proceeded not to bother to put it back up on the EGS. Like, since I don't have monetization to risk, I'll go ahead and say it. Fuck Epic. They used to be so cool. Now they're just like, Fortnite, baby. And for what it's worth, there is one respect in which I will actually give Epic a little bit of credit. And that is that Fortnite Festival has kind of revived the market for plastic instruments because I know some rhythm gamers, myself included, because I do like Clone Hero. We had to rely on pretty much finding old stuff at e-waste. And the prices have unfortunately gone up because this stuff is starting to get scarce. But because of Fortnite Festival, companies are like, oh crap, we can make Fortnite accessories that just so happen to work with Clone Hero. So, yeah, in some respects, like, I don't know. I'll give them a little bit of credit. I also may have thrown in a few subs. In fact, I'm doing some things. Okay. I have done the thing. I know no one else is really watching, but like I have made promotion posts. It is my goal to see Gut Bomb get over 1K before this stream ends. And I mean, this stream can go up to about another 2 hours if I did my calculations correct on time. So hopefully the places I posted it step up. Also, I really gotta say, I love how the Xtron gets, like, video lock before, like, my monitor does. Like, a good couple of seconds. Anyway, settings. You know, I like 800 by 600 for this game. Alright, we've done the thing for posterity. We gotta do the holy shit for good luck.
Play. Blue power node under construction.
Oh yeah, she is struggling. But given that this game ran flawlessly on the old XP build with the very same video card, given that this game ran flawlessly on the XP build with the very same video card, because I brought this video card over from my Core 2 quad build. I'm gonna say this is down to the CPU, or something like that. We are straight up losing this match. I want to say this CPU is kind of a potato. But it doesn't, like, it's in a small form factor machine, so I mean, it kind of has to be a potato. I don't know that there's a legit Core 2 that'll work in here. Because this is, like, really early Core 2. Actually, no, I want to do something real quick. This is a Mac ROM, I believe. Yes, it is. Okay. That confirms that, then. I need to, like, get some electronics cleaner for this keyboard, I think. Some of the keys are really iffy, and I think they just need to be cleaned. Good lord! The SSD was so worth it. Ah. God, it's just so fast. What I would love to see at VCF is, like, people beating the stuffing out of each other over a network game of StarCraft, but that'll never happen. If only because StarCraft games generally take a bit longer than people are willing to sit at an exhibit for. But man, wouldn't that be cool? So, I'm gonna make a new folder over here. What I should do real quick, actually, is go on the interwebs and find the last patch that'll work. StarCraft. I am going to grab 1.16.1 because that is the last version. It seems XP appropriate. Okay. Now we just go... I could just run it directly off the NAS. It's perfect. Oh. It wants to start the game immediately. You're gonna do that every time. Let's just make sure. That's irritating. Alright, there is something else I need to grab off the NAS. I stick it in here? No. There we go. That's more like it. I mean, it is kind of appropriate because I have patched this to grab the Windows embedded updates, so it is essentially POS ready 2009 now. Okay. Rolling right along here. Good lord, how fast that was. The power of SSDs, my friends. Oh no, where's Diablo 2? And we just do this. Oh no, they're toast files. Whatever will we do? They work. I don't know why Daemon Tools doesn't list host files as being compatible, because, I mean, it supports them. Diablo. Good lord. I would not even dream of trying. I really think it's interesting, though, that Diablo 2 got a big ol', like, thing. Like, they remastered it, and by remaster, I mean, I think they basically remade the game. But Diablo 1 just gets ignored entirely. Anyway, once again... Hey, they 1-bit. And before anybody shows up to send me to jail, I have paid like 5 times over for this game. So Blizzard can suck it. Also, as I said on last stream, obligatory Mark Kern can go fuck himself. Diablo 1 was the better game. I don't know that I agree with that. I have lost so much hours of my life to Diablo. I really wish, like, I really wish I could get hours going back to when I played, like, the time of my life when I played Diablo 2. Because I swear, like, my current top game on Steam right now is Warframe, with I believe like 1,000 hours or so. I really think my time in Diablo 2 from when I was a teenager easily just trounces that. Hey, you Mr. 386SX. I know who you are behind your alias. I just can't remember off the top of my head right now because my brain is out somewhere. Right. I have updates. I should have updates. I should have updates. Yes. Good. Oh, yeah, yeah. You're Jesse. Gotcha. Glad to see you. So, I don't know. There's something really weird with Diablo 2. So, it doesn't... So, fresh off the disc, it doesn't work with, like, a virtually mounted Daemon Tools disc. But once it's been updated, it's perfectly happy. I don't know why that is.
Good day. Greet.
And... we're not plebs here. We play in full resolution.
I am Akara. There is a place of great...
I do find it somewhat interesting that this game actually works perfectly fine. On this system. Whereas on my 98 build, which I might add, absolutely wrecks the minimum requirements. This game runs like absolute crap. I don't get it. Yeah, that's why I don't do it too much. I'll need an intervention. But maybe with the way things are going these days, I really should get my watch hours up. Is making a little bit of money from YouTube might actually not be a bad idea at this point. So we will unmount all of these. And the only required ISO is Lord of Destruction. I don't know if it was like they were able to aggressively reuse assets or something. But I love with Diablo 2 how once you've installed Lord of Destruction, the expansion disc becomes your play disc. Like, you don't need the original play disc anymore. So we are kind of done here. Oh no, it's Trek. Run away, run away. Is there an OS 9 version of D2? Yes, and it runs like absolute dog shit. I have used it on my cube. It runs like trash. Why? I don't know. The cube should have way more than enough horsepower for it, but it... I wish you luck. It's gonna run terribly. Yeah, like, and that's the fun part, like, the minimum requirements, like, it should, like, I think the beige G3 is the floor for Diablo 2. And you absolutely require, like, a somewhat okay video card. I would very I would even doubt it would run well on the Molar Mac, even with the G4 in it. I would say, yeah, give, like, if you have a bit, yeah, I was gonna say at least give it a Rage 128, but even that might not be enough. Like, I would say a Radeon 7000 would probably be decent, but even then, like, it runs like garbage. I will forever believe that Diablo 2 was a very unoptimized game for the time. Wow, rude. If you're referring to me, I have no idea, and I really don't want to look, because it's probably going to be awful. Actually, maybe not, because I did just do a stream the other day, so... Let's look at YouTube Studio. Somehow, content that I have filmed years ago is still at the top. So, the past year, I've had 945 watch hours. Do this in a minute. I want to see if... Yeah. So that is a required ISO. That goes over there. And I'm sure Serious Sam 2 is no different. I really hate that, like, they raised the threshold for monetization so damn high. Wow, we look at that space available, guys. Oh, god damn it. Like, For all the things Twitch does wrong, I think the path to monetization is one of the best things they have. Like, I think if he's still here, like, Trekkintosh, for good example, doesn't really stream all that often, but still manages to, like, have monetization because they make the floor really low, and it's really, like, they make the barrier to entry really low, and I really like that. Because, like, all I personally would want for my account is to be able to accept super chats and stuff like that. Like, that's all I want. But Google's like, no. If I want to accept donations from people, I have to tell them to go to my coffee or something like that. Are you talking, one bit, are you talking about YouTube? Because I'm talking about Twitch. Like, Twitch has the low barrier. YouTube, absolutely not. Like, I wouldn't be so mad at YouTube about it if it wasn't the fact that, like, the smaller creators got absolutely shafted. So, oh, god damn it, I have to do this manually. The smaller creators got absolutely shafted because of Adpocalypse. The reason the threshold is so high is because of Adpocalypse. And what really kills me is Adpocalypse was caused by big accounts. Not small accounts, big accounts. And yet, they're like, yeah, we're gonna screw over the small creators, because why the hell not? Because I had monetizations up until that happened. Like, my channel was monetized until they instituted the more stringent requirements, and I got screwed. And what kills me is the bigger channels all just like, yeah, this is great. Because it meant, like, us smaller creators basically had to take the hit for the bigger ones to continue. It's just like, ugh. Like, I'm gonna tell you right now, when that happened, that's like, I uploaded a video like maybe once a week at most, or at least. But after that happened, like, my motivation to continue doing anything with YouTube was, like, shot. Like, I really had to kind of grit my teeth and be like, you know what, I'm just doing this for me at this point. Because, like, back on when I... One of the things that annoyed me is a lot of the bigger channels are like, well, you're not making enough money with AdSense to make it worth it. And maybe to them. Maybe to them. But for me, that extra $100 every, like, 3 months or so was quite nice to have. Oh, baby, X-Fire. I remember that. I think we have opposite problems here. It's like I have all the time, but I have, like, I can't commit to finishing the ideas I have. Like, I get ideas, but then I just ADHD too hard and I can't finish them. Didn't I... What? How was I able to move that? What the... This game... This is weird. Okay, whatever. No. I hope this works. I hope this isn't one of those games that's a little too smart for its own good. Yeah, Steve's awesome like that. I remember one of the tales I like to tell is like, oh boy, this is one of those ones, isn't it? Let me finish my story, but like, I did a video a while back on like trying to repair my my beige G3 mini tower because it was rusted out pretty badly. And I did a lot of work on that video and I sent it out there. And normally I'm not one for analytics and such. But I put that video out there and it flopped so hard. And I was not happy about it. So I was saying this in like, this was at a time when like Steve really didn't know who I didn't know Steve as well as I do now. And he leapt in and promoted that video and it saved it pretty much. That's why I get angry when people try to talk smack on Steve, because like, no, he cares. He is one of the nicest people I've met in this hobby. I think there is a way to maybe get this to work, I hope. Fine. We will deal with you another time. Does first encounter work at least?
Here comes trouble.
Alright, I'm satisfied with this. I'm missing a game, I think. I am missing a game. I did forget some games because I are smart. Ah, we cannot forget Divine Divinity, the hit game, the amazing game from the hit studio that gave you Baldur's Gate 3. And at this point, I'm mostly just setting the system up for myself now. Like, I know these games aren't getting played. it's funny because I originally like wrote that game off from back like because we had it back in the day and I thought it was kind of like a whatever kind of game. Turns out it's actually not bad. Like we fished it out of the clearance bin at Best Buy for like $5. Also, I guess there's like some discussion in another server or Discord community. I really don't need to get out of the habit of calling it a server because the nerd in my head is like, they're not servers, they are communities. Screw Discord for calling them that. But anyway, about the whole like, oh come on, dude. About the whole like fruitager arrow thing, and I'm like, I'm not a fan of that term just because it really does feel like this is gonna sound really gatekeepery, and I don't mean it to sound that way, but it really sounds like Gen Z kids taking millennial culture, appropriating it, and then trying to call us cringe. It just feels really backhanded, and I'm not a fan of it. And how do you think Gen X... Did we do that to Gen X? I am cringe, but I am free. And this is why millennials are so pissed off. Because it's like, we've become the punching bag for generations before and after us. And it gets kind of annoying. Wherefore have I put the thing? I do love how this is billed as a no CD patch when it's actually just an official patch from Microsoft that just so happens to remove the CD requirement. Hey, Garth. Wouldn't it be funny? Oh my, there's actually games! You know, I'm not gonna... Why is my... Oh. Did my battery die? Yes, it did. Oh, that's why. One moment, please. I was about to say, why is my Surface constantly going to sleep? And the battery pack I had powering it died, so that's why. You know, let's just see what happens if I try to connect.
Team Slayer.
Oh my god! It works! Why did... Okay, then. That's kind of cool. Right, I forgot I have to do things. That's much better.
Capture the flag.
This is kind of crunchy, but I mean, I dig it. It kind of works. All these animations are just crunchy. Mac exclusive. Yeah, even Steve Jobs said it. Then Microsoft was like, yeah, no.
Red team has the flag.
Did I just... Perfect game, working as intended.
Red team has the flag.
Anyway. Lastly, there we go, the crunchiness. The most Mass Effect. Mass Effect's a pretty good game, though. Like, I mean, that didn't bother me all that much. It's only for the tutorial, too. Like, you don't really have to do that, I don't think. Anyway, I am probably gonna just test this game out real quick, and then, probably end stream so I can go grab lunch and stuff. I really did not care for Rainbow Six, honestly, because Rainbow Six was just like... the one Rainbow Six game I remember was, Ghost Recon, I believe, or... yeah. Okay, so... it was Rainbow Six Ghost Recon, then Ghost Recon kind of became its own thing, so then there was... on the 360, Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter, and that's the one I'm talking about. And it felt like you had to worry about your squad, and the game actively punished you if you didn't. So I was just like, I'm so tired of this. Like, I don't want to have to worry about my squad. I just want to do the things. Thankfully, back then, I think there were still, like, cheat codes, so to speak. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna cheat my way through this game to see it to the end. Because that's how tired I got of it. Nah, I mean, you have a squad, yes, but the only micromanaging you do, really, in the grand scheme of things, at least when I was playing, is you tell them what powers they should throw at the enemy. Which can make for some really fun things. Like, you could just be like... You could just queue up, like, a bunch of powers to get dumped on a poor bastard, and it comes out really nice. Though, if you ever went back... So yeah, to some extent, you do have to worry about their loadout. Because it's like an RPG. It's like an RPG in a... Like, I mean, it is an RPG. You have to worry about their equipment, yes. Because it's got RPG elements. It's a BioWare game. But, that was mostly an ME1. ME2 took a lot of that stuff out. And they mostly play, like, mostly your squad does their own thing past the tutorial. The only time you take control, like, really take control of them is when you're like, okay, there is this guy over there. I want to dump all of that biotic power onto his dumbass. So you order your squad to just dump all of their stuff on that person.
I'm a bad boy, but you have to be to survive on the streets.
Oh my god. No, we are not doing the voice acting in this game. Yeah, it runs. It runs. I'm happy with this. So, Gutbomb, there is a fun game for people like you. It's called Final Fantasy 13. I'm sorry, that was mean. I mean, Final Fantasy 12, if we're honest, kind of had a lot of, like, kind of had some of the same shit. Final Fantasy 12 was like, what if we make a mainline Final Fantasy that was like an MMO, and it kind of didn't really come out too well. I think we will put both of these on here. I don't mind 7. I think 7 is overrated, though. I'm one of those assholes who thinks that 6 was the better game. The only reason 7 got all the love is because, oh my god, 3D. I know somebody's gonna cancel me over that take, but that's what I believe. Oh my god, Sephiroth is so edgy. Like, don't get me wrong, I think 7 is a good... I think 7 is a good game. I just think the epic amounts of, like, hype it gets is... And to make matters worse, then we have the remake, which is, I fully believe the, like, 7 remake is probably functionally a decent game, but the stuff they've done with the narrative makes me not want to ever touch it. I suppose I can stay on a little more and argue fun Final Fantasy takes for a second. Actually, let's just run some legacy update, I guess. See if there's anything I need to grab real quick. Final Fan, like... I think I get where I want to go with this. Final Fantasy VII is like... feels like the official game of mall ninjas. And if I'm gonna throw some shade here, another Final Fantasy game that I've tried to like and have bounced off of time and again is Final Fantasy X. I've tried to like it. I've tried to play it. I've actually been trying to play it on my PS3 somewhat recently. And I don't know what people love the sphere grid so damn much. I do not like it. I never have liked it. And every time I have to deal with it, it's like it's too much for my brain, and I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm not doing this. I guess we'll see if this works. Anyway, my hot take's done. I think, yeah, it is 11:02 over here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the stream because nobody wants to watch updates install. So, yeah, let me go and smash the stream end screen like you guys should be smashing the like button. I joke, you guys probably already have, but yeah, till next time, I will see you guys later.